Hello and welcome along to Greyhound Gold for another big edition. David Short and Leah Ernest with you. Hello, Leah.
Hello, Shorty. It's a little bit bittersweet because it's the last time we'll be doing gold together for the year.
It is, but the upside is 2022 is just around the corner.
We'll be
get
back.
to do it all over again. So we better leave the punters with a few winners out of this episode. But before we do that, let's go back to last Saturday night out there at Cannington. It was, of course, the listed Anniversary Cup final. Really good field assembled here. In the early stages from box number 1, Mambo Manelli begins really well, boots up hard, but out wider on the track, Valachi likes it out there, zooms over to find the top. Down the back straight now, and Valachi sneaks away by a little over a length, but you can just see Mambo Manelli punching that rail really hard, turning for home. Valachi gets out wide. Mambo Manelli drives up along the inside and takes the shortcut, as Peter O'Neill describes in the broadcast. That was the winning manoeuvre. Mambo Manelli up along the fence, stealing the cash from Valachi. West Ombre really good for third. Sir Monty another very good run for fourth. All honours though with Mambo Manelli, won by 1.5 lengths, 5:48, 18:61, 29:93. Yet another feature final for Dave Hobby and Connections. Congratulations with the victory there of Mambo Manelli. A very nice win.
A very nice win, Shorty, especially because this was a pretty tough field too.
It was indeed, and it's, box draws in the big finals, they certainly help, and certainly Mambo Manelli used box 1 to advantage. Let's get down to the business of finding some winners for this weekend, heading down to Mandurah on Friday night. First of my specials comes up race 11, number 4, Spare Bullet. This former Victorian has adapted to life here in WA really nicely with Cody Charles. I'm tipping a good night for Cody there at Mandurah on a Friday. Last week, this dog went a humming 22 and 55. The early split was hot. Similar performance here sees it very hard to beat. Race 11, number 4, Spare Bullet. And my value play, another Cody Charles trained runner, number 7, Rebellion Bay in race number 9. Now, this greyhound came to town last Saturday night in a hot race, was far from disgrace when finishing 4th, but only a couple of weeks ago down there at Mandurah, it pinged out of the boxes and went on for a very impressive 27-47 victory. Has plenty of early pace to offset the box. I think Rebellion Bay can zoom over the face of the field, find the top, and from there give plenty of cheek. So my 2 on Friday night. Let's hope, fingers crossed for a Cody Charles double. Race 11, number 4, Spare Bullet, the best, and each way race 9, number 7, Rebellion Bay. Over to you, Leah. Who you liking on Friday night at Mandurah?
Shorty, I'm liking as my best race 8, number 6, Speed Bullet. Now has won her last 3 in grade 5 company in a very fine fashion. Is stepping up to the mix 4-5, but has won in this company before, so should be up to the challenge. There's also a vacant box to her left, so should have a bit of room to zoom when the lids open. So Speed Bandit is my best bet.
Has been ticking along very nicely since coming back from an injury break. The last couple of wins have been super impressive. That's the best bet. What about a value play?
My value play is race 2, number 2, Exhilarate. Now, this greyhound's first look at Mandurah, hence why I've tipped him as a value option, as we haven't seen him there before. But there's not too much speed in this field, Shorty, and that's going to benefit Exhilarate, as he's not the quickest out of the boxes either, but he doesn't need to lead to win, so I've gone with Exhilarate for my value.
Speedy chaser, Exhilarate, the value play for Leah on Friday night. Let's get down to Saturday night chasing. Gee, I thought this was a really tricky program, to be honest. Spent plenty of time trying to eke out some standouts on the program and couldn't really have too many that stood out off the page. But the one I've ended up landing on comes up race 11, number 5. It's a lemon alert! It's a lemon alert with Corporal Cooner. Now, the Corporal is not always the best of beginners, but really strong. Last couple of performances have been over the 600 metre trip. Drops back to the 500. It's not an overly strong lineup. I just thought if Corporal Cooner could sort of land somewhere near them, within 3 or 4 lengths down the back straight, I would expect it to be really strong over the concluding stages and hopefully be all over the top of them over the last little bit. So race 11, number 5, the Corporal Cooner. And my value comes up race 3, number 4, Super Zoom Jake. This greyhound's coming off a 27-51 victory down at Mandurah in a free-for-all over the 490 metres. Beat some pretty nice dogs in that particular field, and has got a beautiful map in this race. The greyhound drawn on its immediate inside does like to cut down hard to the inside. So I think Super Zoom Jake in really good form and is going to get a beautiful run early. I think he can go on with the job and give plenty of cheek and should be at a decent price. So race 11, number 5, Corporal Kuna, my best, and the value play race 3, the Blue Rug of Super Zoom. Jake, over to you, Leah, for your best bet on Saturday night.
My best bet is race 6, number 4, Benidorm. Shorty now has had 4 wins in a row, and I think this weekend will be his 5th. Is chasing in a bit of tougher company this weekend, but I've had a look at the field and there is a lot of speed, although having a look at first splits, I think Benidorm should be able to find the front here, so I've gone with him for my best.
He has been absolutely exploding out of the boxes. It's one of the most impressive beginners consistently now for its last 4 starts. It just keeps on firing out of those lids. So let's hope for Leia's sake and the punters on Saturday night, Benidorm, can continue that. What about a value play?
My value play is earlier in the card, Shorty. Race 2, number 7, Love and Danger. Now, this is trained and owned by Eric Campana. Has only had the 3 starts, but 2 wins and a second. Pretty good record to me, Shorty. And last win at Mandurah was very impressive. I had a watch of this race, and it was one of the greyhounds towards the end of the field. And it was a very messy start, super messy, but then managed to come from behind to find the front and come up victorious. So I was really impressed by that run, and I think we'll see the best of this chaser yet. So Love and Danger is my value.
Ooh, I think it's a nice dog to follow heading forward, Leia. I was really impressed with its most recent victory and still lightly raced. So a lot to learn still on race night, but there's a big engine there with that particular greyhound. So Leia sticking with race 2, number 7, Love and Danger as her value play there on Saturday night. Leia, we would love to just send through all the positive vibes for Adam Smithson and Vice Grip representing us on Saturday night. The Dogs WA slot in the inaugural Phoenix final there at the Meadows. It's a huge race. It's a big deal. $750,000 to the winner. Our Road to the Phoenix series here in WA was absolutely superb. Loved it. So many people getting right around it. It's got so much publicity. Well, the big night has come on Saturday night.
Yep. And honestly, Shorty, I've been in the industry for not very long, but to see also the way that it all went about, like winning all the events, qualifying, and then it was down to the last 2 in the match race. And that was the first match race in the last 15 years. So it was all very exciting. And now we're down to the wire. So we have our fingers crossed for Adam.
Absolutely. Draws box 6. Unfortunately, poor connections were the last ones drawn out. So they were left with box number 6. And look, it's going to need a bit of luck. We're aware of that. But the dog comes in tip-top form. It's been our most consistent chaser over the last couple of months, has earned its spot in the big race. Fingers crossed for a little bit of luck. If they let Vice Grip into it down the back, one thing you know for sure, it'll be smashing the line late. So go the West Aussies, go the Sandgroper, Vice Grip. We're right around you this upcoming weekend. Leia, our last show together, so to your good self and your beautiful family, all the very best for Christmas and into the new year.
Thank you very much, Shorty. Likewise to you.
I'm sure you'll enjoy your little mini break, and we'll see Leia back with more winners, lots of them, she's told me, for 2022.
Put me on the spot, Shorty.
Hey, I know you're good for them. A sack full of winners for 2022. That's been it for another edition. Make sure you tune in this time again next week for another big edition of Greyhound Gold.